Okay, good afternoon, class. So before we proceed in our discussion, let us acknowledge the presence of God. Let me call Rica Shella Palma for the prayer. Please lead the prayer, Miss Rica Shella Palma.
Let's feel the presence of our Lord. Lord, we offer to you our class today. We pray that through your divine guidance, we would learn how to listen attentively to the inputs of our teacher. May we appreciate her effort to imparting her knowledge to us. May we participate actively in the discussions and activities so we could learn more while having. All this we ask in your powerful name. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rica Shella Palma, for the solemn prayer. May I call to our secretary, Jack Richard? Do you have any absentee today?
None, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jack Richard. Did you already send the assignment in the folder that I sent to you in our Google Classroom? Just use a thumbs up or just unmute your audio.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's have a recap regarding to what we've studied before. Okay, so can you enumerate Miss, I will call just a random name, Miss Rica Shella Palma. Okay, can you enumerate the different sources of electricity? Miss Rica Shella Palma,
The
yes.
sources of electric are fuels, and then mga ma'am, yung ma'am,
Yes, go on. You can do it.
wait, coal and natural gas, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So,
Fuel,
okay.
natural gas.
Okay, very good. So our energy came from, it can be a fuel, it can be from natural gas, it can be in the wind or solar or in nuclear power. Okay. So those are the different sources of our electricity. How about in the Philippines? What is the source of our electricity? What sources we use? Can you please? Thank you. So, what does the Meralco use for us to have electricity?
Fuel.
Very good. Fuel. We're using fuel for us to have an electricity. But in some town or some provinces, they use the wind for them to have electricity. There's a specific province. I forgot what province that they use the windmill for them to have electricity. Okay? So, let me present to you my presentation. Let's have some short, mini game. Okay. Let me, give me a second. Yan. Are you seeing my presentation now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
How about me presenting? Did you see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is my this game is called Jumbled Letter. All you have to do is arrange properly the letter. I give you 1 minute to answer it. Just unmute your audio if you want to answer. Okay? Or I will just call randomly. Okay. Timer starts now.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. Very good. Screwdriver. How about this one?
Electric drill.
Electric drill.
Okay, very good class. You did answer the question correctly. Now according to what we've gained earlier, what do you think our today?
Electrical tools.
Okay, very good. Electrical tools. And another. Electrical tools and how about the electric drill? What do you call that?
Equipment, ma'am.
Equipment, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So we're going to discuss the electrical tools and equipment. Before we proceed to the discussion, let me ask you something. What do you think is the difference between tools and equipment?
Ma'am.
Okay, go on.
Electrical, based on my own idea, electrical tools is used by hands
Yes. How about
without
you?
use of electricity, and then equipment is used with electricity.
Very good. Very well said. So tools is used for handheld only and it usually used for our own force or a manpower, what Miss Christine Reyes said. And the equipment is powered, it is a machine powered by electricity. So that's the difference between tools and equipment. You have any questions about that?
None, ma'am.
Okay, let's proceed to the different kinds of tools and equipment. Do you have any idea what the name of these tools?
Screwdriver, ma'am.
Very good, sir. Very good, Ed. That is a screwdriver. So, what is the purpose of screwdriver? So, usually, a screwdriver is made of steel or hardened steel and tempered at the tip. It is used to loosen up or tighten screws with slatted heads. As you can see in the GIF here, that is the use of a screwdriver. Loosen up and tighten up screws. However, screwdriver have different various sizes and shape. But because we have but due to we don't have enough time to discuss that, so we were going to discuss the four types only. So the four types of screwdrivers, number one is a standard or flat screwdriver. So flat screwdriver, the blade tip is wedge shaped, as you can see to the picture shown, and resemble a negative sign. So why some people called it negative screwdriver because of its shape on the tip. So that is another example. And this one is called the Phillips screwdriver. So the Phillips screwdriver, the shape of the tip is cross. As you can see here in the picture, it is a cross tip resembling a positive sign. The other one is negative and then the Phillips screwdriver is in a positive sign shape. So that is the difference between the two screw. The another example is a stubby screwdriver. So the established screwdriver comes from either the standard or the negative and the Phillips screwdriver or the positive screwdriver. However, the difference is that it has a short shank, as you can see to the picture, and blade, and a shorted handle used to turn screws in tight spaces where standard screwdriver cannot be used. So it's like a small version of the screwdriver that the standard and Phillips screwdriver that we discussed earlier. So it is used in a situation, for for example, a very tight spaces, small spaces like some devices or a computer. Usually, electrician use this stubby screwdriver. The next one is the Allen screwdriver or wrench. So this one, the difference between they don't have handle with a rubber, but it has a hexagonal slat head. As you can see here, it has a hexagonal slat head. So you can use it in this if your screw have this shape. It comes from different kinds of sizes and varieties and shape. So use it properly on how it was or what is the shape of your screwdriver. Okay, the next one is this. So what do you think is that? This picture shown.
Pliers.
Okay, very good. That is a pliers. So what do you think is the use of pliers?
The use of
Cutting.
pliers for cutting and holding wires.
Very good. So pliers is used for cutting and holding wires. This usually made of metal with insulator handle. As you can see, the insulator here are rubber or it can be a plastic that cannot electrify or conduct electricity. So why the insulator is made of rubber or plastic. Like Miss Balacano said, it is used for cutting, twisting, bending, and holding and gripping wires and cables. So that is the main purpose of pliers. However, pliers have different kind. So let's see the different kind of pliers. Number one is combination pliers. So what do you think is the purpose or the use of combination pliers? Any idea? Yes?
To hold the wires.
Okay, very good. Combination pliers used to hold wires, but not only in holding wires. It's also used for cutting electrical wires and cables or even a small nails. So why it's called combination pliers? Because we can use it in a multitasking way. For example, if we're going to hold a wire, at the same time we're going to cut it. So why it's combination pliers? So the so that is the purpose of combination pliers. The another one is side cutting pliers. As the same as the name as the name, it's defined as the for cutting fine, medium, and big wires cable. As you can see to the GIF, it is used to cut wires and big wires. So that is a side cutting pliers. Another one is the long nose pliers. So usually, long nose pliers used to hold wires to shape wires and to cut. It is easy to use since it has a long nose. So the name was based on how it was shaped. Okay, the next one is the wire stripper. So what do you think is the purpose of wire stripper? Based on the picture or the GIF shown. Okay, someone? Can you please? Oh,
It cuts the plastic part of the wire, ma'am.
okay, very good. So let's say, like Miss Reyes says, it is used to cut or to remove the insulator of the wire. As you can see in the picture, it makes your life easier. Unlike in the combination plier, in the side cutting plier, usually if you use that, there is a tendency that you eventually cut the whole wire instead of removing the insulator only. So why it is important we use a wire stripper to make our life easier to remove the insulator. Yes, to remove the insulator easier. So that is the main purpose of wire stripper. The next one is the electrician's knife. Same with a wire stripper. It also used to remove insulations of wire. But it's more larger wire, like the low and high voltage transmission line. So some of it used in our wire outside our houses or even in our home. So that is the main purpose of electrician knife. Just like to just like the wire stripper. Okay, the next one is, okay, what do you think is the name of this equipment?
Ma'am,
Okay, go on.
it's electric drill.
Okay. So what is the purpose of electric drill? Electric drill, it is a drilling machine used to make a hole on a metal sheet or a concrete wall, as you can see to the picture. So again, this equipment makes your life more easier because you don't have to make a hole manually. We have an equipment for that, for us to do the job more clean, more neat, and more properly. So that is the main purpose of electric drill. Do you have any questions regarding our lesson?
None, ma'am.
Okay. If you don't have a question, I prepared some question from for you, my dearest student. Okay. So if I call you, if I call your name, just after I call you, call another name of your classmate. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Question number 1. This tool comes in various sizes and shape. It is used to drive and pull screw. Okay, I will call someone. Miss Daisy Valdez. Come, used to drive and pull screw.
Screwdriver, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Screwdriver. Call someone else, someone of your classmate here in Google Meet.
Chris Reyes, ma'am.
Okay, Quiz Reyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please list down the different types of screwdrivers?
Flat screw and
The opposite of flat screw.
Flat screw,
screwdriver, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So thank you very much. Flat screw. So there's someone's answering. Is that Miss Balacano?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you help Miss Christine Reyes, the other types of screwdriver?
The flat screw, the combination pliers,
Okay. Thank you. So you did answer it correctly, but we have more two to go. So what are
Bawi
those
ako,
two?
ma'am. Bawi.
Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Stubby screw. Allen screw.
Okay, very good. So stubby screw, Allen screw. The another one, we forgot the cross sign.
Ma'am.
Philip, ma'am.
Oh, okay, very good. The Philip screwdriver. So those are the um, standard flat screw, the Philip screwdriver, the stubby screwdriver, and the Allen wrench. Allen wrench. Okay? So that is the four types or common four types of screwdriver. So, Balakano, you're the last one, right? You're the last one who answer. Can you please call someone else to answer my another question?
Madeline and Dante.
Okay, Miss Madeline. This tool used for cutting, twisting, bending, holding, and gripping wires and cables. So what tool is that?
Pliers, ma'am.
Very good. So that is pliers. Call someone else.
I would like to call Miguel.
Uh, Miguel has a technical
Oh,
error,
I'm so
so
sorry. Um, how about Ed?
Ed,
Technical error.
this is an easy question, the questions that I asked earlier. So this is used to making holes and metal sheets in and concrete walls. So what tool is what
Ma'am.
equipment or is that?
Electrical drill.
Okay, very good.
Thank you,
Uh,
Miss Reyes.
you was okay, very good. That is electrical drills. Now, let's move on to the activity that I prepared to you. It's an easy activity. All you have to do is identify the electrical tools and equipment that I will ask and illustrate it or draw that tools and equipment. So we have a rubrics in that. The first is identifying correctly, which is 50%. Creativity, 30%. Neatness, 20%. Total of 100%. So be creative as much as you can because it is a 30% of your grading your output. Okay, so I will give you 5 minutes on each slides. So let's start. You need, sorry, I forgot to discuss that you must have a bond paper, a pencil, and a materials. Okay, are you
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ready?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's proceed. So this is used by linemen to remove insulation of wires and cables in low and high voltage transmission lines. So what tool is that? You can unmute your audio if you're done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, very good. How about the other one or everyone here in our Google Classroom?
Done, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So I see that everyone is done. Let's move on to the second questions, the last question. The blade tip is wedge-shaped and resemble a negative sign. This is used to drive screws with single slot head. So what tool is that?
Done, ma'am.
Okay, very good, Ed. Very good, Jovelyn. Okay, I see that all of you are done. Before we finish, okay, let me give me a second for me to get back to our Google. Importance usage.
Ma'am.
Okay, I will call Miss Madeline Andante.
Ma'am, it is very important because to get the job that efficiently, effectively, and of course safely, because all tools and equipment have their own purpose.
Yes, very good. Very well said. Because all the equipments and tools that we have has its own use. So we must use it on the right way, on an proper way. How about Jobilin Balacano? I see that you unmute your audio. Okay.
It is important, ma'am, because knowing it may give us a factual knowledge regarding on how to properly use it in case of emergency.
Yes, that's good. So it gives us a factual knowledge, especially if we have a emergency situation. You can use it properly, the equipment and tools, no? Where another one that I see is Christine Reyes. Do you have any
Yes,
other?
ma'am.
Okay.
The right tools is important because
Yes, correct. It saves the money that we have because we can save the tools itself for not neglecting its usage. And of course, it saves our time if we use the tools and equipment properly. Okay? So we're going to have a quiz. You have any questions regarding our overall discussion?
And so far.
Okay, thank you. Before we finish the discussion, I will gonna send our quiz in our Google Classroom, and I'm gonna send the link. I will set a time in 30 minutes. You're going to answer it in 30 minutes. As well as the assignment. I will attach the assignment also for our next lesson. So please so thank you. Thank you very much for attending in my class. Hope we see each other again. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Miss Jolie and Miss Madeline Andante.
My